My yeah, so from the beginning of May this year until just recently, October, I have not had a car, but I've lived this far away from downtown Healdsburg. So my day-to-day routine would be to get on my mountain bike and just drive or bike 35 minutes up and down hills, and then go to work, and then bike back. And sometimes, since I work at a coffee place, I'd have to be there at like 6:30 in the morning. So it'd be just to be safe, I'd leave my house at 5:40. But it's interesting though, because when you're biking such a far distance just to get to town, you have to like prepare your day. You have to bring trash in your backpack, and you have to really pay attention to how much food you're gonna buy. And when I was doing laundry, I started doing it by hand, just because I had to. It was summer, so I could hang them from the clothesline. But so I would use a washboard and use just like wring out the clothes and put them in a wash tub, and then hang them on the line. So it was definitely a more, I guess, a simpler life, where you really had to, like, if you were going to do any one thing, you really had to plan it a lot. But I liked it. And also the idea of distance is really interesting when you're biking so far just to get to one spot, when it's a necessity and you live way out in the middle of nowhere. The idea of when you bike home from work, by the time you get home, you're like, what? It's quite interesting spatially, just to consider, if I wanted to go back to town right now, I'd have to bike that whole distance. So it's kind of like when you're home, you just stay in, and yeah, you really sleep well. So